What's up, everybody? Welcome back. For those of you that spent the afternoon with Papa Blood, welcome back. For those of you just getting in here today, just welcome. Appreciate you all for being in here tonight. And we've got a hopefully good game on our hands. It's the battle for the AFC South. The Jags turned their season around and made a crazy run to get into this position. The Titans, on the other hand, have lost, I think, 6 straight. It's kind of crazy that they are in this position to still win and get in. I'm very excited to watch this game with you guys tonight. And, hopefully everybody has a good game. Nobody gets hurt. And we just enjoy some good football. Now, with a few minutes left until kickoff, go ahead and put your scores and predictions for the winner in the chat so we can keep track of that. What's going on, Nathan? And let me go see what I wrote down yesterday. I'm going to say, all right. And there is mine. Was the pregame just glamour shots of Trevor Lawrence's hair? I mean, obviously, look at his hair. How can you not love it? What's up, Jeff, Daniel, Nathan, Tim, Haley, anybody else in the chat? Appreciate you. I feel like you just made that score up, Papa Blood, because we did scores yesterday, but we'll roll with it. Jags win, but I forgot my score. That's okay. That's all right. You know what? If Tennessee can turn their season around right here, more power to them. But I'm going with the Jags. They're the hotter team. They're the better team. They're the team that's trending in the right direction. But this is the NFL, where it is any given Sunday, in this case Saturday. So who knows what we'll see. I don't even know how I feel about that game. I'm happy we won. And, I'm always happy about a win. But I wanted this game to make me feel lots of things. And one thing I did feel from this game is that I love my team. But, the last, I don't know, 6 weeks, it's been like a weird vibe watching. Well, I haven't watched it, but being a Chiefs fan, and so I just wanted this to be like insane, and even if it was a close game, insane. And I don't know, I just still feel weird about it. I'm happy, but I do feel weird about it. Jags 31-21. All right, I'll explain why I gave the Titans 13, because the Titans put up 13 points on the Cowboys on Thursday Night Football, and that's where I came up with that score for them. What's up, John? If you would like to put your score and winner in the chat, be sure to do so before we get ready for kickoff. And I'm thinking we only have another minute or two. Kickoff was around, I think, 8:15. So we'll just play it by ear until then. Absolutely, John. Every day we get better news, and that's all we can really ask for right now with Damar Hamlin. And so I was very happy to hear that there was no neurological damage, and that was the news that we got today. He's still in critical condition, but definitely taken a lot of steps in the last 4 or 5 days. Business as usual this season. Maybe they get more party in the playoffs. I mean, they definitely got party in this game. I saw them running around in a carousel, and I was laughing so hard, man. 22-21. I kind of like that. But yeah, and I think it was to be expected. It's not a new team, but there are a lot of new pieces to the team, and they're still figuring out. I know we're at the end of the season now, but those kind of things take time, and they're still figuring out what they like, what they don't, and playing around with different things. And so I'm okay with it. At the end of the day, a win is a win. But we're used to, like the first touchdown of that game was like a 60-yard pass down the line to Justin Watson or whatever. I don't even think that was the touchdown. I don't know. I feel like that was so long ago already. I'm going to get a scoreboard up here. Looks like Jacksonville is going to kick first, and Tennessee will start with the football at the 25. Who the heck scores 22 points? I feel like we've had one game this year where someone scored 22. I don't remember which one, but 11 safeties. I mean, if we saw 11 safeties in one game, I would have hoped they just cancel the game at like halftime or something because nothing's working. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the 25. Derrick Henry is back for this game. Last game, they did rest a lot of starters. They're going to start the ball on the ground to him, hand it off, and he's got nowhere to go, and he's going to lose a yard on the first play of the game. I bet someone scores 22 points this year. All safeties. I feel like you could retire even with a small amount on that bet. All right, 2nd down and 11. I do like the Jaguars wearing the teal jersey and pants. Like I feel like I just love color rush jerseys. All right, 2nd down and 11. Low snap, quick pass to the outside. And that was Robert Woods with the catch. And he'll get 7 yards on there. It'll be 3rd down and short. Hey, nice, Nathan. All right, so this is going to be 3rd down and 4, a lot more manageable than 11. Josh Dobbs in his 2nd career start. Last week, he didn't do horrible. I mean, he didn't look great, but he didn't do horrible. 3rd and 4, Dobbs being chased, trying to throw the screen, and the ball's going to hit the ground before he can catch it. It will be 4th down and 4. The Titans will go 3 and out to start this drive. Let's see how the Jags come out and, play on offense. I always wanted an all blue for the Colts, blue helmet as well. I feel like the all blue with even the white helmet would look good. I don't know if I've ever seen that before. Obviously, we've seen the all white before, but I don't know if I can ever recall blue on blue, but that would look nice. I really like when the Chiefs wear all red, but I feel like when they wear the color rush, it's a curse, man. Like, I feel like the red on red, something bad always happens. All right, the punt is up. Deep punt. He's going to return from the 9, crossing the 15, trying to get to the 20, and he does, and that's where he will be brought down to start the Jags' first drive. And here comes sunshine. I love how much people hate on his hair, but I feel like I kind of love it. Also, it's been nice seeing Travis Etienne play this season. He missed his whole rookie campaign, so this is basically a rookie season for him. But he's been very effective this season. All right, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. And they're going to fake the handoff to him, throw it across the middle, and no one's home. There is a flag on the play, though. I take it, Sarah. It's all jealousy. And that is going to be illegal contact on the defense. I mean, I love it. I love it, honestly. It's got to be jealousy, man. Like, I don't know. It's a vibe. All right, 1st and 10 now after the 5-yard penalty on the 25. Lawrence fakes the handoff to Etienne being chased. He's rolling right. Finally lets go of it and fires. but can't connect. I believe that's Zay Jones. I mean, there's nothing wrong with curly hair. Looked like he just stood there and got run over. It kind of did. He went flat. What are you talking about, Chris? Your team still has a chance to make the playoffs. And if we're just giving anyone the championship right now, you've got the wrong team. All right, 2nd down and 10. Toss to ETN. He makes a cut and is able to make some positive yardage out of what looked like it could have been a loss. And he'll get about 1.5 yards. What's up, Eric? Appreciate you being in here. Yeah, but if the Dolphins and the Steelers both lose, then the Patriots are still in, even if they lose. You've got no faith. All right, 3rd down and 9. Lawrence looking, stands in, checks it down to Zay Jones, and he's going to be down just a hair shy of the 1st down. He tries to kind of leap for it. They're trying to see if he was touched when he went down. Oh, he never got there either way, I don't think. If he hadn't slipped, that would have been a 1st down for sure. So 4th and 1, it looks like they're going to try to go for it here. Kind of looks like a QB sneak. Maybe. Nope, and they're gonna use a timeout here. But what's up, Chris? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If I were you, I'd be like, Pats are winning tomorrow. I mean, I'm not saying that because I'm not a Patriots fan, but all right. So they're not going to use a timeout. They'll take the delay of game, and it's going to be 4th down and 6. We got 11:37 left in this 1st quarter. Still scoreless, and the Titans, the Jags are going to punt here. All right, kick is up. And he's going to return it from the 15, and he's not going to be able to have much room to run. He'll get down at the 16 or 17. All I'm saying, Lindsay, is you went out, you came to KC, you beat the Chiefs, and the least you could have done was win the Super Bowl, and you didn't do that. So, nothing to brag about beating us a bunch of times because you beat us when it mattered, and you didn't capitalize on it because the Bengals could have won a ring. I think a Titan could kill a Jaguar, but I imagine a Tennessee Titan is smaller than your average Titan. Yes, yeah, I don't know what kind of Titan we're comparing it with. You know, I've seen different types of Titans, and either of them seem like they could take on a Jaguar, but I do not know what a Tennessee Titan is. Not my fault they didn't listen to me. I'm just saying, like, Bengals fans have come at me, and they've come at me ever since January 2nd last year, the first time they beat me, and then in the playoffs, and then this year they keep coming at me. But it's not my fault you guys didn't win the ring after you beat us. You were supposed to win. I root for the AFC team, except for the Patriots in the Super Bowl, always. So I was pulling for you guys too. You know, just because we got beat didn't mean I didn't want the Lombardi to come back to the AFC or stay in the AFC. I love my Chiefs, but if we're not in it, I'm still team AFC. Would the Chiefs beat the Jags in Jacksonville? Yeah. In the playoffs, you mean? Yes. 100%. In the regular season, who knows, man. Amethyst, it's so good to see you. I appreciate you stopping in and saying hello. It's been a long time, but I appreciate you being in here. I know, Lindsay. Yeah, they should get the Chargers unless for whatever reason the Chargers lose this weekend and Baltimore wins. Like that's the only possible way that they get flipped in seeding, I believe. I mean that's on you, Sports Cat. All right, so it's gonna be 1st and 10 from the 16 for the Titans. Both teams looking to find some spark on offense. And they're going to put the ball on the ground to Henry. Henry's going to make a cut. He's got nowhere to go again, and he's going to go down for a loss. What's up, JB? Nice for you to stop in here. Appreciate you. Yeah, I think so. Out of the wild card teams right now, if any of them were to play the Chargers or the Jaguars, I think the only team that could beat them would be the Chargers because they kind of got smacked in the mouth earlier in the season by them while Justin Herbert was hurt. Well, really, their whole team was hurt. But I think that would be the most interesting matchup for the Jags. 2nd down and 12, they're going to hand it off again to Henry. This time, he's got room to run. He'll cross the 20, and he'll go down at about the 24. It's going to be 3rd down and short. I mean, I think that's what you got to do. They realize, Henry is the guy they're going to try to run this whole team through. You take him away and you force the Titans into a situation they don't really want to be in. And so I think they're going to try their best to keep doing that. Yeah, and I was really upset. That was one of the coaching moments I was very upset at Brandon Staley. He should have never been in, especially in the second half of that game. 3rd down and 2, Dobbs fakes the handoff, throws, gets it away to his tight end, and gets a 1st down. Poor Henry's going to be sore after this game. Yeah, this offense starts with him and most likely ends with him with a couple throws in between. But he loves it that way as much as, he might not come out and say it. He loves it that way because he is a very talented back when you can get him going. All right, 1st and 10 from the 34 now. And they're going to put the ball on the ground to Henry. Henry barrels his way across the 40. It's going to be 2nd down. I think Chiefs, Bills, Bengals, Jags, and Chargers would all be 50-50 against one another. That's exactly what I'm saying. I think well, you in the Ravens, but the Ravens depends on what Lamar looks like when he finally takes to the field. And so like that, I understand why you didn't include him right there, but this 7 seed, it depending on which team it is, of course, but I do think they're the weakest link. And that's how it's supposed to be. The 7 seed isn't supposed to be the best team. 2nd and 3, play action. He gets the ball off before getting hit. And he's able to make a play and dive forward for the 1st down. That's the rookie Treylon Burks. Can't land a top QB in a trade. Henry forces his way out. I don't know. There's some people that like the spotlight. And, I think, and he deserves it. I think he doesn't care. Or he wouldn't have dealt with Tannehill over the years. My nephew played his first basketball game today. That's super exciting. Yeah, they have to win here before we can talk about that. If they lose and Tennessee gets in, I automatically make Tennessee the weakest link in my opinion. 1st and 10, they're going to hand the ball off to Henry. Henry will barrel forward for about 3 yards, and it will be 2nd down. Yeah, if the Jags win, the 7 seed is definitely the weakest, tied with Baltimore depending on their situation. But if Tennessee wins, it's got to be Henry, man. Or it's got to be them being, probably the low spot in the playoffs. All right, 2nd down and 7. And they're going to use a wide receiver here, run the ball to the left side. And it's going to be 3rd down and short. What's up, Snowman? Well, they'll be 8 and 9, but I would assume that the Patriots, the Steelers, and the Dolphins all have to lose as well. And if they're still above any of those teams, which would be the Patriots, if they're above the Patriots at that point with the 8 and 9 record, then maybe. Wouldn't that be kind of dumb, man? I think it's a long shot, but they still have a shot. 3rd down and 3. Dobbs rolling right, looking, getting chased, and just throws it away. Takes contact as he throws, and it'll be 4th down and 3. Wouldn't that be some crazy, man? Like, I don't even know if both these teams got in. I mean, they've got guys that you can throw too deep. It's just depending on Josh Dobbs' situation if he can get it there. All right, 4th and 3. They're in Jacksonville territory. They're gonna go for it here. Dobbs looking, quick throw to the outside, caught by the tight end Hooper, and out of bounds for a 1st down. 6.5 minutes to go in the 1st quarter. Nice play right there. A little in and out with the tight end. Just enough space to feed it in, get past the line to gain, and golden. All right, from the 41. 1st and 10, 6 minutes to go. They're going to put the ball back on the ground with Henry. Henry gets swallowed up immediately for no gain. They're going to need someone bigger to cover Hooper. Yeah, I feel like he is an honest threat on that offense. If you can get the ball to him, he can make plays. I watched it in Cleveland a lot, and he was very underrated based on the party around him. But he is talented. 2nd down and 11. They've got the fullback lined up as well. And they're going to toss to Henry. Henry gets to the outside, crosses the 40, crosses the 35, and down just shy of the 1st down, maybe about a yard or two short, and it will be 3rd down. He's 7 inches taller and 80 pounds heavier than that right side. Yeah, I mean, he's going to win a lot of those matchups. Oh, yeah, Doug Peterson has been, other than Brian Dable, I still think Doug Peterson is one to really consider for Coach of the Year, especially they had that midseason turnaround. He deserves at least recognition. 3rd down and 3. They're going to hand the ball off. I don't know who that was with the carry. Haskins, I believe. And he's got nowhere to go, and it's going to be 4th down and 3. Why would you run the ball on a 3rd down? Thank you, Crafty. Without your main running back when it could push you to 4th down. I mean, they're going to stay on the field here. They did just like the last 4th down they came up on. But I don't really understand. All right, 4th and 3. Dobbs looking, quick pass to the outside to Robert Woods. Woods has got room to run. I mean, if they've got something dialed up for 4th down, then I guess it makes sense to just hand it off to whoever. Because I know they've got Haskins and what's that guy's name? Chestnut? And I'm not saying that to be funny, but I think that is his name. The Jags were still infants. Bless you, Alex. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. What's up, Romy? Appreciate you stopping in here. 1st down and 10 from the 25. Gonna give the ball to Henry. Henry's gonna try to push his way to the outside again for little to no gain. It will be second down. Haskins is a younger Henry, but I don't think he's quite, like, as strong. And, maybe in due time, but, I think on a play like that, it's third down and 3. Even if you do plan on going for it on fourth down, I don't know. I'm not a head coach, I guess. Second down and 9 from the 24. Dobbs looks, tosses to Henry to the outside. He's got room, and he'll get to the 20, and it will be third down and about 5. Who are you going for? I'm going for the Jags, but if Tennessee can man up and win this game, then, I'm not going to be mad about it. But I think a lot of people would like to see the Jags in the playoffs. And right now, I do feel as if Jacksonville is the better squad. Yeah, that's kind of where I was getting at. Even though you're planning for fourth down, you still want to get the first down on third down. All right, third down and 5. Dobbs looking, pressure's coming, and he evades it. Now he's going to take off and he'll get the first down, step out of bounds, but there is a flag. Who's my team? I am a Chiefs fan. Titans are doing a solid job, though, making it short, third down for Dobbs. I mean, yeah, and that's going to be a hold on Tennessee, but they're doing a good job, and that's what's going to wear this Jacksonville defense out, because they're going 3 to 5 yards at a time. They're not taking super like long plays unless they can get it. And had a birthday. Well, happy birthday, Rebecca. And no worries. We appreciate you stopping in whenever you can. It's going to be third down and 15 now. Let's see how they handle this. If they try to get like 7 or 8, or if they try to go for the first down. I am very curious in this situation. They are in field goal range, though. Third and 15, Dobbs going to check it down to Burks. Burks just throws it up in the air, and it works. He gets it to, I believe, that's the backup running back, and he's going to go down near the first down. I feel like that actually was planned, but it did not feel like a planned play. He just threw it up in the air. There is a flag. He's going to be short of the first down, but not by much. Okay, so that's an illegal forward pass. It kind of just felt like I mean, he was trying to throw it behind them, but it did go forward. So I see now. At first, it kind of looked like he behind the back, but we're now seeing the replay. He just throws it straight up. Yeah. So that happened. Now it's gonna be a 51-yard field goal attempt for the Titans to try to put points on the board. Kick is up, and it is good. Titans take the lead with a minute 23 left in the first quarter. I don't even know. It's the final week when these plays start coming. I mean, in theory, that was a really good attempt. He was being tackled. He kind of threw it up. Remember when 50-yard field goals were always iffy? I still think they're kind of iffy. Depending on the kicker, of course. Some of these younger guys, plus Justin Tucker, can nail a 50-yard field goal at any time, but I still think if it's 50 or more, I get a little bit nervous if my team's on the road. Or any outdoor stadiums, I guess. Like indoor, I don't feel like you think much about it unless he just yanks it. Dude, I'm still thinking about that. My first thought was he kind of went behind his head while he was falling down, because you can't. Your brain tries to process that as it's happening, and then they show it. It's obviously like he's trying to get up and throw it. If that would have worked, man, I don't know. So Harrison Butker won't hit a single field goal in the playoffs? Probably not, man. Just because he's gotten so much hate lately. I remember thinking I'll never see anyone kick a 60 ever. I don't know until recently if I'd ever seen a 60. And I haven't. I mean, they don't attempt it very often. If it's over like 58, 57. If my team doesn't make any field goals in the playoffs, I blame Dad. It's very hard to throw all the way across the field on the run, overhand, and behind you. That's what I'm saying. Like, good effort on the rookie to even attempt it. I can't believe they even planned up something like that, or maybe they didn't and he just did it. I don't know, man. That's crazy. First points in the last 27 drives to start at or inside their own 25-yard line. That's crazy. This Titans offense has struggled. Saw a video of a guy going to meet and greet, and he's saying he cost him money because he gambled on Harrison. Oh yeah, I did see that. What's up, Shebley? Did they not see the New England Raider game? That was a little bit worse. This is still the beginning of the game. All right, kickoff's up, and he's going to bring it out of the end zone, crossing the 10, 15, 20, still on his feet going, and he'll go down just shy of the 30, about the 28-yard line. And here comes sunshine. He's pretty much just saying, like, did people not learn their lesson of what can happen in that situation? But this is early. I mean, the score was 0-0. They did have points to lose and points that they could have given up, which would have been 3 in this situation. But 1st and 10, Lawrence stands in, throws, and he gets it to Kirk. And he'll go down just before he gets to the 35. Now they're showing a Trevor Lawrence interview. Didn't Dobbs go to Tennessee? I don't know where he went to school. Okay, there's your answer. Won a 99 playoff game against the Bills with a forward lateral that wasn't called. Bills didn't make the playoff again for nearly 20 years. That's true. I mean, that is true. 2nd and 5, hands it off to Etienne, and he stumbles forward again. And they're going to give him a first down here. I feel like Etienne's having trouble staying on his feet today. Like, I feel like every time I see him with the ball in his hand, he's, like, stumbling. Best stumbling run ever. That's what I'm saying. He's just stumbling around. I mean, it's working for him, but he's stumbling around. If they don't run another play here, that will be the end of the first quarter. And that will officially do it. Titans lead 3-0 after 1. Dobbs is going to be 20 pounds heavier by next season. No way they leave him this thin if he's going to start anywhere. Do the drunk. You know what? If doing the drunk helps you get positive yardage in an NFL game, then everybody needs to do the drunk. As long as he's not fumbling. I mean, that's true too. That last one he had, though, I couldn't, I kind of lost him in the middle of all of the players standing there as he stumbled forward, and everyone kind of got like a split second frantic, and I was like, did he fumble? I love that though. Stumbling, bumbling, tumbling, as long as he's not fumbling. But yeah, like I said earlier, man, I'm just happy to see. I'm actually gonna pull up his season stats so far because I am curious. I don't really care where he ranks. It's his first season, but he has 213 attempts, 1,108 yards, 5 touchdowns, and he's averaging 5.2 a carry. I mean, that's not bad at all. And, like, you have to think that he didn't get a whole lot of touches, the first couple weeks until they traded Robinson? So he wasn't even really, like, the number one to start the year off. Let me see if I can find. Let's go see all games. Yeah, his first game, 4 carries, 9 carries, and then he had 13 against the Chargers. And he had 8 carries against the Eagles. He only had 2 versus Baltimore. So, I mean, him having a lot of games where he wasn't super big involved, I feel like he's done well with what he has had. Man, the total yards in this game is Tennessee 72, Jacksonville 21. All right, 1st and 10 from the 40. Gonna put the ball on the ground at ETN. He's gonna take a hard hit, and he might get about 1 yard on the carry. Second down and 9 coming up. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like, he wasn't the starting back to start the season. Then Robinson got hurt. Then Robinson came back. Robinson got traded. There was a lot of mix and match with that team to start this season out. And so he hasn't really truly had a full season as a number 1 back. 2nd and 9, quick pass to the outside. And I believe that's Ingram with the catch. And he will get just a couple yards. It will be 3rd down and 7. Who is your cutie? Wait, what? Robinson's going to be a Panther. That was not a very good screen. Yeah, you knew immediately that something was going to happen. I really didn't anticipate them doing that. 3rd and 7, Lawrence looking, has all the time in the world, finally checks it down to ETN, and he'll cross the 50 and for a 1st down. Let me pull up this fantasy matchup because I feel like Shelby does have someone in this game. I'm not even pulling for me anymore because I'm playing in the 3rd place game, but I'm just casually watching hers. All right, I need about 15 more catches. Patrick Mahomes, yes. 15 more catches from ETN. Maybe a touchdown too. I mean, not ETN. Evan Ingram. Who do you think is the cutest quarterback? I don't know. 2nd down 11. I feel like they've run the ball quite a bit, and they just said that they have 8 rush yards total. That's crazy. All right, 2nd down and 11 at the 50. They've got a different back end. I don't even know who the backup back is. They're going to hand it off to him. He's going to make some cuts and only get a couple yards. Is that Hasty? I forgot about him. If Jimmy G was still active, that would be an easy answer. Yeah, I was going to say, if my first brain was like, handsomest quarterback in the league, Jimmy G, but he's not playing, so. All right, 3rd down and 8. They need a big play here. Wait, Trevor. Okay. I thought they were going to do some trick play. The Jags didn't call a timeout, but I saw Trevor Lawrence walking over towards Oh, they had 12 men on the field, so they got hit with a penalty. They keep their timeout, and they're going to move back a couple. I was really confused what was going on right there. I think they tried to call a timeout, and then the penalty came in early. Yep, that's 12 men. So it's going to be 3rd down and 13. Now they're back at their own 49. Lawrence looking, has time, fires over the middle, and it is caught by Christian Kirk for a first down. Score, it is 3-0. That was a tight window. He got him falling to the ground to catch it. Only he could get to it. And yeah, I mean that was a great strike by Lawrence right there. I think they needed a play like that to kind of start opening things up for him. 1st and 10 now at the 35. Lawrence looking, finally checks it down to Zay Jones, and he's going to get a couple yards before they're going to call forward progress. Yeah, I got the Jags. Nice. All right, it's going to be 2nd down and 5. Wait, why did you say hello, Roblox? All right, 2nd and 5. Lawrence looking, has time. The O-line's doing a great job here. Going to check it down to ETN, and he'll get enough yards for the first down. That was a baseball fastball, wound up and stepped in hard. That's what I'm saying. What are you guys talking about? All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Jags. They've used 7 minutes of clock on this drive so far. They're at the 23. And there's a trick play, and it's gone wrong. The Titans have the football. And that's going to be a turnover. Shelby just said, "Oh, man, I don't know what's happening." That was a disaster, man. They tried to do like a reverse, and then there was another pitch, and it never got to the guy it was supposed to. Oh, it just went a little bit high, and it bounced up over his head. Yeah, exactly. What a disaster. And the Titans are going to recover. I'm just here lurking while I'm working. You're playing your best football against a team that's not well, and you try dumb stuff. Yeah, I mean, they need to settle down. Like, they don't even have the lead right now. You just need to settle down and get points. They threw a screen into 4 people on each team standing in a circle and a double reverse into someone on the other team. Pretty much, man. Yeah, they were just getting momentum on offense, and I get that's why they try to do a play like that, because it was going to spread a lot of people out that way. But I don't think that was the time. Absolutely, Crafty. I mean, realistically, this is a playoff game. Yeah, exactly. They're lucky that wasn't 7 points, and they give their defense a chance to get a stop or at least hold to 3. I just feel like we don't see it very often, but that was a big coaching error. Everyone be dropping them hot bars tonight. Wait, what? What is happening, man? It is Mr. Mayhem. It's the fish in the microwave with a lemon on it for me. Yeah, it's especially if you are going to try to do stuff like that. Wait until you got like a 14, 20-point lead before you start. You're not even winning. I get you're trying to catch them off guard. I can see the positive of this, but I just don't think it's the time. Your season's on the line. You're currently losing. Yeah, it's only by 3 points, but you are losing. And you finally found momentum on offense. Why not keep doing what was working and not try something new? You already, almost messed up with that lateral pass earlier because that could have ended in 7 as well. Yeah, exactly, because no one expected that to happen. So it's going to be 1st and 10 for the Titans on their own 31 now. And now Tennessee has the momentum. They're going to throw a screen to Henry. Henry's got a room to run. He's going to cross the 40 and go out of bounds around the 50-yard line. That was a dumb play call. Absolutely. Listen, I don't have a dog in this fight, but I want to see a good football game just as much as anybody else. And I think that was like the dumbest thing they could have done. They were almost in the red zone. Like, if that defender had turned his head a split second sooner and realized what was going on, he was going the other way. So it's going to be 1st and 10 now from the 50. They're going to hand the ball off to Henry. Henry's going to push forward and get about 1.5 yards. I mean, we can say that, but this is how divisional games are, man. Like, there's always time for a comeback until there's not. And so if Jacksonville is going to, be putting themselves in this situation right here, it's maybe Travis didn't realize the guy who's pitching it to is 5 inches shorter than him. I mean, maybe. But you would think that they've practiced this exact play. 2nd and 9, quick pass behind the line to Burks. Burks pushing his way through for about 4 yards. And it's going to be 3rd down and 5. Yeah, and I'm not disrespecting either of these coaches because I think Vrabel and Peterson are owed a lot of respect. Our QB has an arm like a cannon. Let's do a reverse double fake handoff toss. Yes. Yeah, and that's the whole thing is you want to score, you want touchdowns. And this clock's going by fast. We're almost to halftime. We got 7:40 left in the first half, and Tennessee's in Jacksonville territory already. 3rd down and 5. Dobbs looking. Pressure's coming. Fires it away and completes it to, it looks like Hooper for a 1st down around the 40. That is true. Look, Tennessee somehow snuck their way into the 1 seed last year. You can't count these guys out no matter their situation. And that's crazy because, like, we don't spend enough time talking about him. And, yeah, Dobbs is not, an incompetent quarterback. Like, he is doing his very best not to make bad decisions. 1st down and 10 from the 38. They're going to hand the ball off to Henry. Henry's going to push forward to the 35, and it'll be 2nd down. Really going into half with almost no score is Tennessee's best chance. I think so too. And the way that the Tennessee plays, they play the clock game more so than the amount of points scored. Like, they run the ball, get the points when they can, and then turn around and run the ball some more. They're very similar to San Francisco, but San Francisco is just a much better team right now. 2nd and 7, handoff to Henry. Henry's going to get to the outside, and he throws a guy down, but finally he steps out of bounds, and it'll be 1st down and 10. Yeah, and he went up against, last week, I get they only put up 13 points, but it was his first career start against a, pretty high talented Cowboys team. Yeah, he stiff-armed that dude straight down. I think that dude's right arm is stronger than my entire body. That was vintage Henry, man. All right, 1st and 10. Dobbs going to take a shot down the field, and he's got a man in the end zone for a touchdown. See, I hope Jacksonville's looking at this right now and realizing they did that. They gave that right there. I'm not even going to try to say his name. It's going to be a 21-yard touchdown reception for number 85. I think so too, Crafty. I mean, their plan was to rest a bunch of starters anyway. What a play, man. That was just nice. Okay, yo. I like that better. All right, extra point kick is up and it is good. The Titans lead 10-0. They gave themselves an unofficial bye week last week. I mean, yeah, they knew what was at stake. Because apparently, well, I really thought that, obviously we knew what was going to go down last week against the Cowboys, but if they could have won that game, I think this situation would have been different, but they wanted to just take a break, get some guys healthy beforehand, and then come into here, with everything at stake. His first name is Chick? I didn't see what his first name was. Chick? Okay, yo. Chick yo. I mean, I'm sure one of you guys are close at least. That was a nice throw. I mean, nice feed by Dobbs, nice catch and control, to haul that in. And, all in all, nice drive by the Titans. They had the momentum with the turnover. Not sure if holding close. I'm not sure either. Yeah, I mean, good on Dobbs for standing in there. He stood in the pocket and took contact to make some plays, and did what he needed to do. He's been very admirable throughout this whole game so far. Well, now the big thing is how Jacksonville responds here. They did find, move ways to move the football. They started opening it up a little bit. They probably aren't going to mess with the trick play right here, but they're going to let's see if they continue working on what they were working on and being able to make some good before this half. Kickoff's up. He's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's got room to run, crossing the 30, the 40, still on his feet, and he's going to go down at the 50-yard line. That's what they needed. That's what they needed right there. Worrisome for the Jags. You drop the ball, literally, and they capitalize on it. You get away with a few crap plays if the other team settles for a field goal. Absolutely. What a return, man. Probably about 50, 53 yards. It is a game of momentum, and this definitely helps. So it's going to be a 54-yard kick return. All right, so 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. They're going to fake the handoff, toss to ETN, and he's going to cut out to about the 55 before he gets shoved out of bounds. It'll be 2nd down, 5:15 to go in this first half. Here they come. Yeah, they faked the handoff to the I think that was hasty and then tossed to ETN, which it's more acceptable tossing it to ETN because that he's used to that. Second down and 5 from the 45. Lawrence looking, pressure's coming, steps up, rolls left, checks it down to Ingram. Ingram's going to get enough yards for a first down and move the chains. I mean, I would probably be nervous to pitch the ball again also, but, that's just me. You sure the deep pitch is your thing going forward was working with the hard pass? I mean, I think with the fake handoff, it kind of spread the defense for a split second, and that's why that worked so well. Because they went the opposite direction he was faking the handoff. First and 10, Lawrence looking, checks it down behind the line to Hasty, and it will be incomplete. But I agree with you, Jeff. What's up, Dominic? I need like an Evan Ingram touchdown. All right, second down and 10 for the Jags on the Tennessee 40. Lawrence looking, he's just backpedaling, finally throws, and it's caught by Kirk for about maybe 4 yards, and it will be third down. It was funny. Lawrence was like literally backpedaling the entire time and then just threw it back across the field. I feel like they teach you not to throw across the field like that. So far it's okay. How's your night going? She's winning right now, but she's projected to lose because Mahomes only had 16.9 points. She had Juju and McKinnon. Third down and 6. Lawrence looking, fires over the middle to Ingram. Ingram is able to get the first down and more. But she's got Evan Ingram right now, and she played against Jacobs and Waller. And then she'll have Mostert, Aaron Jones, Youngway, and the Vikings defense. Everything around the line, short stuff. Trevor's throwing, pitching, high on everything like he doesn't know short people exist. You might be onto something. Maybe he forgot how much smaller everybody is. He's got a lot of stress today. First and 10 on the 25. Play action. He's looking. Finally takes a shot down to the end zone to Christian Kirk for a touchdown. I was like, who's he throwing it to? And then Kirk just popped up. And Jags finally get on the board late in the first half. That's going to be a 25-yard touchdown reception. Also, the numbers all look the same too, so I'm trying to figure out who's who. That was a nice response. See, that's they're getting back to where they want to now. Gee, it's almost like letting your big arm QB throw the ball is a good thing. Extra point is up, and it is good. We're back to a 3-point ball game. Titans lead 10-7 with just a few minutes left in the first half. Duval. Yeah, right now, Shelby is projected to lose 99-104. But Ingram already has 4.4 points, and he was only projected like 10. So if he can get a lot more than that, then we'll be all right. Kirk went from playing with a 5-year-old arm to an actual QB with promise. What was he playing with? He was with Arizona, right? I can't remember. It's been so long. Happy for your Chiefs getting the number 1 seed, no surprise. I mean, I'm happy to get the number 1 seed, but with everything that happened and how the NFL handled it, it doesn't even feel like it's supposed to get the number 1 seed. But I can't be mad. I'm happy. I haven't laughed this hard since Urban kicked a player. But appreciate you. Yeah, I thought he was there. But man, that was so long ago last season. I know the best is yet to come, but sad to know that we have a month left in the NFL. Man, it's overwhelming to me sitting here in front of you guys, hanging out with you and thinking, like, well, we didn't have Thursday football, but we've got 1 day left of the regular season, and this season flew by. 18 weeks, we get an extra week than anybody's ever used to, and like it just feels like it came and went in a blink of an eye. And so, yeah, we're about to get some really good football in the playoffs. No matter who's in, who's not, who plays who, where they play, it doesn't matter. We're going to get some great games in the playoffs and then the Super Bowl, of course. But it is very sad to know that it's almost over. What's up, Mike? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. It's just not gratifying. I mean, I will die on the hill, and I believe that they earned it. And who's to say, because we don't know what would happen. Kickoff's up, and they're gonna bring it out and return it all the way to about the 28-yard line. Who's to say who would have ended with whatever seed if things hadn't happened the way they did on Monday? We don't know, but I felt like my team still had a chance, and I still believe that. So I'm just kind of taking it with a grain of salt, and I'm happy for the guys in the building that play this game for us. But it doesn't feel as good with the way everything went. First down and 10 from the 29. They're going to hand it off to Henry. Henry's going to miss the first tackle, but unable to get anywhere with a short gain. But there is a flag on the play. January football is the best football. And that's going to be full start on Tennessee. We got 2:31 to go. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. And it will be first down and 15 for the Titans. Yeah, Dobbs, 10 for 12, 90 yards, and a touchdown. I mean, he's not had a bad day so far. First and 15, hands it off to Henry. Henry's going to get them maybe 2 or 3 yards. It will be second down. Wait, there's football in January? What's up, sister? Second down and 13. I think they're going to let this clock run to the 2-minute warning, and they will. March Madness is a nice bump until, yeah, I mean, I do look forward to March Madness. The draft's in Kansas City this year, and, as if everything goes the way it's supposed to go, I'm going to spend a couple days in Kansas City, so I'll have that to look forward to, and, we'll have plenty of things to talk about in here in the off season. Oh, you could go team by team or just as the league as a whole, in this situation and how they try to, change the rules that are in the rule book. That's something that's going to be talked about in the off season. So we will have plenty of things to do. But we will have baseball. Not that I'm having a rough time getting myself into baseball. But I'm definitely looking forward to the Madness tournament. I've enjoyed watching it. Plus, you've got the NBA finals in the summer for anybody that watches that. And I watch it. I don't follow it as much as like a lot of people do, but I do follow. Yeah, you guys. So make sure when we get to the March Madness tournament every year, we host a thing where you can submit a bracket and compete against us. And so when we get closer to that, I'm gonna see if I can find a uh better service to use for that than we have in the past. But I'm definitely gonna try to get that set up as well. Around the arena in March, good times. I'm pretty anxious for tomorrow's game. Please, Packers, make me happy. That ought to be a heck of a game, man. I'll be in here for that one. I'll watch NBA and the NFL's over. Hey, Dominic, have a good night. Appreciate you, though. All right, we should be just about back from commercial break. We're at 2 minutes remaining. Like I said before, both teams have all three timeouts. I tracked some weird Cinderella stats last year, and Matt, I didn't listen to them. I do my own bracketology weekly. That's awesome. Last year, I think, and I can't even tell you because so much has happened in a year. I think I got at least one of the final four teams correct. All right, 2nd and 13 now from their own 25. They're going to put the ball on the ground at Henry. Henry's going to force his way to the 30-31. And the clock's going to be stopped at a minute 55, and it will be third down. And that will be Jacksonville using their first timeout. That's pretty sweet, Sean, honestly. You should watch a little bit more soccer. You know the rules. I think you'll enjoy it. Yeah, we'll see when football ends on where I'm at mentally with sports. Obviously, I'm going to be very sad because I don't know how I'm going to feel after the Super Bowl. I know I'm going to need just a couple days, mental break for a couple days. But then I will take steps and figure out what I'm going to do because I do watch the NBA. I want to watch baseball, but I just can't. I just can't get myself into it. Have you ever had sun-kissed blueberry lemonade? No, but it sounds like something I would like. I don't drink much soda outside of Dr. Pepper anymore, but I have been cutting back. Yeah, baseball just makes me mad. And in last year, really, I watched like the first 3 games of the year and I was done with it. Like, I was done with it that early in the season. And everyone was in here talking about the World Series and stuff. And like, I was watching, for Judge to like break that home run record or whatever. And, I watched like the Mariners in the playoffs, but like I just couldn't find myself interested. So I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it day by day once football ends and see where I'm at then before I try to make a big jump. I watched Dusty get his World Series ring. Yeah, I know. I mean that was one good take from this season, but there weren't a whole lot of them. Man, they just showed that touchdown pass from Dobbs again, and he took a big hit on that, and he stood in for a long time trying to get there. Very, very, he looked very poised. All right, it's gonna be a 3rd down and 9 here. They still have all three timeouts. Jacksonville has two. We've got a minute 55 left in the half. Dobbs looking, throws to the outside, gets it to Hooper, and a first down. He'll go out of bounds at a minute 50. I'm telling you, Hooper could be the light that saves them in this game. All right, 1st and 10 from the 40. And they're going to hand the ball off to Henry. Henry's going to make a move and be able to get a couple yards. Just shy of getting 5 on that one. All right, they're letting the clock run here. Both teams are. So we're going to be under a minute 20. It's going to be 2nd down and 6. And they fake the handoff to Henry. Dobbs rolling to the left side. Looks like he's going to keep, and he will. He'll get the 1st down and more, and then go out of bounds with a minute 5 remaining. See, that's another sport. Maybe I just don't have the time for it, but I don't mind hockey. Last time I watched a full hockey game was when the Blues were in the championship for the cup, and I went with one of my coworkers to B-Dubs and watched that game with her because she's from St. Louis. All right, they ran the ball again. It's going to be 2nd down. Clock stopped at 57 seconds, and the Tennessee Titans will use their first timeout. What's up, Mostly? I went to a boxing match once, and a hockey game broke out. I've went to like 2 or 3 hockey games in my life. Not major league though. I went to that minor league team in Cincinnati. Honestly, you're right, Dad. They did. Or they have. There's still a minute left to determine, but 2nd down and 5. But I think that's thanks to Jacksonville, honestly. Dobbs looking, stands in, throws, gets it to Hooper. Hooper takes him down to the 25. And the clock is still rolling under 50 seconds. And they're trying to run to the line here. Dobbs looking, takes a shot to the outside, and nearly gets it to Burks, and it's going to be incomplete. 2nd down and 10. Clock stopped at 35 seconds. If they get 7 here, you know, that will really put a cupcake, like put a cherry on the top of a perfect half for Tennessee. All right, 2nd down and 10 from the 25. And they hand it off to Henry up the middle. He's got room to run. He's going to go down short of the 1st down, but inside the 20. The clock is still rolling here. It's going to be 3rd down. Yeah, and I think it's the way, the style that the Titans are playing. It's just wearing them down. And it already feels like a Thursday game. You're right. You're right. I mean, Tennessee's got a grindy type of football game. Jacksonville's a little more explosive, but Jacksonville has made more mistakes in this game than Tennessee has. And Tennessee did use their 2nd timeout here. It's going to be 3rd down and 2 with 23 seconds remaining. Yeah, absolutely. Ball control. And, if you can have super long drives, which outside of this one, all of Tennessee's drives have been long. That's the best thing you can do if you're the Titans. Yeah, ground and pound, that's the best thing. Yeah, Tennessee needs 7 here, because Jacksonville could very well, after halftime, get the ball, go down, and put up 7 and, retake the lead. And they're gonna fake the handoff to Henry. Dobbs rolls left, tries to come back, and he's gonna go down for a sack. That's the one thing you did not want here. And so they might let the clock run down, call the timeout, and kick a field goal here on 4th down. Absolutely. I mean, this is essentially Trevor Lawrence's first playoff game. And, this is the big time, Saturday night. Uh you have to make a statement, and we'll see how they come out in the second half. But yeah, the thing is though is if Tennessee wins, I mean they're in the playoffs, so just as much is at stake right now. But they could play spoiler on Jacksonville's miraculous comeback this season. 39-yard field goal attempt for Randy Bullock. And it looks like Jacksonville's going to try to ice the kicker here and call a timeout. Randy Bullock means horny ball in British slang. Nice. He is, though. He is. Derrick Henry already has 17 carries in this game. Whoever said Henry's going to be tired after this one, you're probably correct. Especially if they get a stop on defense to start the second half and Tennessee's offense goes back out on the field. It's going to be a ground game for the rest, man. Is Trevor Lawrence a real future quarterback of a winning franchise, or has it all been hype so far? Tonight is a real good chance to show it. I mean, right now, the struggles that Jacksonville has can show you. Like I said, this is basically a playoff game. And this just shows the inexperience, not by Peterson, but by the kids playing it. There's a lot of young guys on this team. And Tennessee, they've been in this situation. They've been in playoff games before recent. So, I think it's just the veteranship versus basically inexperience to this kind of situation. Jags haven't been in the playoffs for a long time, so I'm not saying there's anything wrong with Trevor Lawrence. I'm not going to say that he's the next best thing, and I'm not going to say he's going to be a bust, but this is a battle. You always have to get over the hump of your first big moment game like this. Derrick Henry, the Jerome Bettis of the 2020s. When was the last time a ref smiled during a game? I don't know. I try not to look at them. How fitting, though, that they still have to beat Tennessee to cap it off, right? Yeah, this is a win and you get in situation. Tennessee's lost their last 6 games straight, but they had such a good start to the season that it's helped their struggle carry them to still be able to be in this position, which is absolutely insane. And I think I saw that Jacksonville's like 8-2 out of their last 10 games, or 6-2 or something, and they fought their way back. I think if I was a Jags fan, I would have been happy with the Jags season. Oh yeah, absolutely. It's just like like say the Packers win or say Seattle wins even before you get to that Lions game and the Lions get eliminated from the playoffs, I think Lions fans still will be very happy. I mean, I'm happy with the way their season came out, playoffs or not, because they've had a great season and they've figured out a lot of things they can build on. So they won't ever get a first rounder to make another Trevor Lawrence kind of draft selection now. I mean, there's always trades in the draft, and that still could happen. So that's I don't think that's the way they're thinking of it right now. I don't think they care where their draft spot lands. Yeah, I mean, I think Trevor Lawrence is their guy. And he's shown a lot of growth even over the second half of the season, but from last year to this year, 100%. And like a guy that's built like Lawrence is, if you can keep him healthy and keep him on the right track, like I think he's got a very good career in front of him. Yeah, I think there's a bunch of teams that can be optimistic. And I think Seattle the same way. If they lose this game and don't make the playoffs, they have things that they can build on because a lot of people thought their season was over. I've seen refs smile whenever they get to say everyone but the center, or when they say full start on the entire offensive line. That nothing stands out as elite. I mean, yeah, but he's young. And people aren't gonna like hearing this, but say Zach Wilson gets traded next year, he could come out and look like the best quarterback in the league in a new system, or if they give him a chance. Some people it takes time, and Zach Wilson might not ever be good, and well, we really don't know. But I think Trevor Lawrence has shown a lot of poise and growth that has convinced me that if they continue to build around him and keep getting better, that this team has the ability to go far with him at the helm. Yeah, year 3, you really start to figure out, like, I know that they look at year 2 as like, okay, are we set on this guy? Are we gonna give him a chance? And then year 3, it's like, okay, how much has he jumped the last 2 years? Is he gonna be worth a big paycheck by the end of his rookie contract? But everybody's different. We don't know how Jacksonville's gonna want to handle it, or the Jets, or even like Seattle. There's a lot of guys gonna be talking. Not the Jags, but a lot of teams gonna be talking about quarterbacks and stuff. And yeah, I don't know. They're talking about the Sean McVay thing, and in the last game when it was on, I never got to really bring it up in the chat. But they said that Sean McVay is, immediate future is in limbo after this season, which I find kind of interesting. Or is it sophomore slump, kind of like Mac this year with my team? I mean, yeah, and I don't consider Mac Jones a bust. He went to the playoffs last year, and he's right on the edge of getting into the playoffs this year. And I mean, he dealt with injuries this season. You lost your offensive coordinator from last year that helped them with success. Um, yeah, the first team per person, I guess, the Broncos have requested the interview with Sean Payton, but just swap out Sean's. Yeah, go to the Rams. Nah, I don't think he would do that. No one's gonna want to coach that team if McVay leaves. They're not going to look good the next couple years in terms of what they have to work with. Yeah, he went to the Super Bowl last year, and he went to the Super Bowl in 19 as well. This is like the biggest Super Bowl hangover since the 2003 Bucks, and this one's actually worse. I want to know this though because I guess I've kind of been out of the loop. But why do the Broncos have to request permission from the Saints to interview Sean Payton? Is it because he didn't get fired, like he stepped away? Is he still technically on their payroll? And I know Dad said something earlier about like number of picks that'll get moved with that situation, but like I don't know. I don't know. He might be able to fix somebody like that being a gunslinger. I think Matthew Stafford right now, all he really needs is an offensive line, man. Like they've got good pieces. They may not love Allen Robinson, but he's a solid wide receiver. And they've got Cooper Kupp and they've got Tyler Higbee. They've got guys. Yeah, but like he's under contract for the Saints? Like okay, so he's still under contract for 2 more years under the Saints. Because I know I've seen him on, like, different talk shows and things like that, so I never even thought of that. So, technically speaking, if he chose to do so, he could just come back and be the head coach in New Orleans if he wanted to. Like, he just took a break, took a year off based on that. Yeah, I know that there's a waiting period. They can't talk to anybody. They just requested, but they can't talk to them until like the 17th of February or something after, or January 15th or February 15th or something like that. They just said Peyton is going to take Brady to the Saints. Ugh, that would be so weird. That would be like that's weirder than Tom Brady going anywhere else. I mean, I guess that makes sense. I wish I could just take a mental break from my job for a year and still get paid, though. Even if that meant I was or was not, like, on TV. Like, I wish I could do that. I'm gonna ask my boss when I go to work tomorrow what they think about it. Can I just take a mental break for a year and then we'll come back sometime around next year and talk about it? That's true. That's true. But if he's under contract, then they're still paying him, which is that's the craziest part of all of it to me. He also noted earlier, yeah, like as soon as like the June 1st or 2nd, whatever day, that one, because there's different like dates that you have to do things by, but whatever the one is, June 1st or 2nd, they're officially gonna let Michael Thomas go, and I think it says they're gonna save them like 18 million for the cap. Right, that would be so awesome. You're like, "Yeah, I'll see you guys next year. Thanks for the paychecks. I'll be back when I feel better." Like, that that sounds ideal. Maybe I need to become a head coach. You can pretty much do anything. I mean, fair. He can't go anywhere until the contract is over unless they completely agree he's being compensated, so they'll free up money to let him go. Right. You get a pile of cash, but you have a no compete agreement where you can't work for a competing company. I mean, I guess it does make sense. Canadian women get 12 to 18 months of paternity leave. Wait, paternity leave? Like the dad included? Or just maternity leave? That's pretty sweet. Yeah, where I work, I think it's like 12 weeks. It happens in the real world too. You have to be very good at your job. I mean, I like to think that I'm pretty good at my job. What I think it and what everybody above me thinks is different, but I know that my place of employment has like a leave that you can take, but I don't think it's paid leave unless for specific situations. I'm not really sure. I've never had to use it, so I don't really know all that about it. But like Sean Payton just kind of was just like, yeah, I don't feel like coming back. So I'm not going to. Like that's pretty much how that like unfolded. What is your place of employment as it and what do you do? I work in the casino. I work in the slots department. I think the dad gets a few months. My place of employment, I believe, women get paid and men don't. That's crazy. With mine, you have to have the sick time built in after a few years of not using it at all. That's crazy. Yeah, we don't really have sick days. I mean, you can obviously call in and, they'll use your accrued vacation days if you call in sick, but yeah, I knew it was like 30 or 40 million. Could you imagine just being off like a whole year for having a child though? Like that's crazy. I think I would be tired of being like at home 12 to 18 months, like just being at home not working. Looks like we are back from the halftime. What happens when you start talking a bunch? Kickoff is up. They're going to return it. And he's cutting across the field to the 20. 25 still going and right around the 30. All right, let me get this back up here because I accidentally deleted it. There we go. I work a government job, so we have 40 hours of vacation and 40 hours of sick time. See, that's not bad. But 40 hours of vacation is only like, what, 5 days, though? I don't know how many hours a day you work, but. All right, 1st and 10. Fakes the handoff. Quick check down. I think it's to Agnew, and he'll get 8 yards on the screen. I got paternity leave, but it was like 3 weeks and used my sick leave. Yeah, I was gonna say, is that yearly, Craig? 40 hours of vacation yearly? Because I feel like that doesn't feel like very much. But I don't know how you are for with like holidays and things like that as well. All right, 2nd down and 2 from the 35. They're gonna hand the ball off to ETN. He's gonna push his way. I think he's gonna be stuffed just a little short of the 1st down, but it's gonna be like 3rd and inches. Yeah, we love Tom. All right, 3rd down and 1. Let's see if this is going to be one of those like take a shot on 3rd and short or they're just going to pound the football. Oh, they're bringing out the chain gang. I thought he was a little short. Yeah, he's going to be like that much short. And conveniently, that's when I use my week off requests a lot to kind of save out 8 hours for later use. Plus, we gain an hour a week, I think, throughout the year. That's not too bad then. So basically, what you're saying is you get 40 hours of vacation time, like guaranteed, and then you accrue more. All right, 3rd down and 1. 3rd down in inches. Looks like they're going to QB sneak it. And with a second effort, it looked like he got there, but it was a terrible angle. Okay. I understand now. Yeah, barely, but it looked like he got just enough. I did not like how they snuck that. Like, he didn't really even move all that much. It's real close. That one is very close. All right, first down and 10 from the 38 now. That was really close. I don't know if he actually got it or not. And they're going to play action under pressure. Fires, gets it away to the tight end. And he will get a first down there. That is Farrell with the catch. Alex, you should ask your boss for a 2 guaranteed contract money guarantee regarding job performance. I can't do that because my job is tip based. So I only make a couple dollars per hour, what they pay me. So all right, first and 10 at the 49. And play action again. Gonna throw to the outside, gets it to Kirk, but he's unable to haul it in. And it will be incomplete. Second down and 10, 12:04 left in the third quarter. 40 days vacation, and boss said if you ever use that in 1 year, I will kill you. We agreed I could roll that over indefinitely, and they had to pay me for it when I left. 8 months vacation, pay good with me. Had I known that much added up to, Jesus. I don't know how many days I get, but I know I'm about to hit my 10-year mark, so the number of days I technically get will go up. Second and 10, quick pass to the outside to Marvin Jones Jr., and it's going to be third down and short. But so I accrue, depending on how many hours I work a week, like I would say like 4-ish hours per paycheck, which is every 2 weeks. I don't know. Yeah, I'm getting close to the 10-year mark, and I think that's like up there for the most. All right, third down and 2. Somebody jumped. Let's see who it was. And there is a flag. They changed their policy. Yeah, see, I don't really know 100%. That's going to be a false start on the Jags. So it's going to be third down and 7 now. Everyone but the center. All right, third down and 7 from the 49 again. Lawrence looking, stands in, finally fires, throws, and gets it away to Kirk, but there is a flag on the play. He did catch the ball. And it's going to be a hold on Tennessee, so the play's going to stand. Penalty is declined. Now will be a first down. My job changed policies during a merger. We used to get paid out for unused time. That was sweet. Felt like an extra paycheck every year, but no more. Yeah, ours does something like that. I know my hours roll over per year. That's why I don't really know how much I get. First and 10, Lawrence fires, gets it to Marvin Jones Jr. again, all the way down to about the 11. And it's going to be a big first down and 10. I've seen that call twice. I know we were just like talking about it a minute ago. Lawrence 16 for 19, 161 and a touchdown. Lawrence fires to the back of the end zone and just overthrows Jones Jr. in double coverage. I like him, man. I do. Where was he? He was he in Detroit last year? Christian Kirk reminds me of Star Trek. Okay, I can get behind that. But drafted a Bengal. Okay. He might become a Bengal again eventually with the possibilities of T. Second down and 10. Lawrence fires to the outside to Zay Jones. Jones fighting his way for a couple yards, and it'll be third down. All right, now is the time for a Evan Ingram touchdown. I can see, yeah, I didn't even realize he was there. That was, you know what, I can't even remember things from last year, so that makes sense why I can't remember that. All right, third down and 7 from the 8-yard line. They still can get a first down at the 1. Lawrence dropping back, finally throws to the back of the end zone and just overthrows a wide open Zay Jones, and he knows it too. There was nobody there. And they're going to have to settle for 3. Yeah, he's mad about that one. That's one he wishes he could have had back. Yeah, he crosses the field and no one follows him. He's just wide open. That was not a good look, man. And so they're going to kick the 26-yard attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. We're back to a 3-point ball game. I see that the Jacksonville mascot has all of his clothes on today. Oops, I just changed the score to 3. I don't know why I did that. What's up, Pizzle? What's going on? Yeah, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to try to run that defense exhausted and keep doing what they've been doing and take a bunch of clock with them. Pizzle my nizzle. The other Alex in the blood fam. Yeah, that one is one Jacksonville is definitely going to wish they had back, which there's still a lot of football left. Tennessee's going to grind as much clock down as they can. A Jacksonville win on this drive is to hold them to 3 or less because their defense isn't going to be able to take much more. I mean, the only time I've seen Jacksonville's mascot, because I do not watch Jags games, he was in a Speedo. I just said I can see that he is dressed today. When you are a team that doesn't quite have the firepower of your opponent, the best thing you can do is to start squeezing clock, especially if you have any lead. So, I mean, the Niners do it every week. One of the primetime games I watched of theirs, they were playing squeeze the clock before they ever had a lead. They were losing, and eventually it wore this defense down, and they were getting stops on defense, and then they took the lead and then just continued doing it. There's certain teams that are just built like that, and that's why I keep comparing Tennessee to San Francisco, even though I think that San Francisco is a much more talented team, but they play similarly, and that's probably exactly what they're going to do. Yeah, I mean, but Green Bay is not that kind of team, though. All right, kickoff's up, and he's going to carry it across the 20. The 30 still going just shy of the 35. Yeah, and if you look at the statistics usually on and I give the exception to guys, like Justin Herbert and even Trevor Lawrence. If a rookie quarterback goes into the second year with a different head coach and coaching staff than he did his first year, it usually hurts their growth exponentially. But in this case, and just like Herbert, and in some of the better quarterbacks, you still see that kind of growth. I mean, first and 10, hands it off to Henry. Henry's going to go up for about 3 yards. Green Bay has two running backs that are just as effective as Derrick Henry, but Derrick Henry's a one-man show. Like, they do have the run game that they need to, but they've got the dual threat. These guys can catch passes, but Green Bay has always been a more pass heavy with putting in the runs where they need to than where Tennessee is 100% run first. Second and 7, low pass to the outside, and he's got a guy, and he'll get another first down and move the chains. Field position game is very boring, but if you got a first year QB and 7-point underdogs, ride it until you have a chance late in the fourth. Yeah, I mean, and this is definitely a situation right there where you would do that. Yeah, exactly. That's why if you look at the stats of 90, I'm not even gonna say all, but like 90% of quarterbacks that start as rookies and their next year has a change in coaching staff, their progression is usually halted. First and 10, gonna hand the ball off to Henry. Henry's gonna push his way for about 7 or 8 yards, and it's gonna be second down and short. Now Lawrence has an arm. But like I said, you have to realize, and I haven't watched too many Jags games, so I'm not seeing it myself. But think about like a rookie quarterback or a rookie, any big position player in the playoffs. The nerves, and that's what this is like. He's never been in a situation in the NFL like this. Second down and 5. Henry takes the direct snap, finally throws it, and it almost completes it, but there is a flag on the play. What's up, Johnny Small Pepper? Yeah, right here. This, and it's not always, but it is sometimes. So it looks like there's going to be pass interference on the Jags. I don't understand that. Is it because he bumped into him because he didn't slow down in time? First and 10, gonna hand it to Henry. Henry's gonna hit a wall, but he's still fighting for no gain. That's what I'm saying. AJ Dillon and Aaron Jones, they are a lethal threat in Green Bay. I honestly thought they were gonna when I saw the flag that it was gonna be like roughing the passer or something. And how funny would it be for a running back to get a roughing the passer call, man? Second down and 10. Dobbs quick fires to the outside, and they're saying it's incomplete. I thought he caught it. Third down and 10. This Jags defense is kind of coming alive here. 7:25 left in the third quarter. Yeah, I agree, Jeff. I do. On third and 10 plus, the Titans are 0 for the last 21, the longest active drought. That means they're getting a first down here because they put that up there. All right, third and 10, low snap. Dobbs looking. Fires over the middle, and it is caught to Robert Woods for the first down. What did I tell you? When they put those things up there, It always breaks whatever streak they're talking about. I'm pretty neutral in this game. I don't really care for Tennessee, but beings are like a practice squad team with Derrick Henry. If they can win, then I'm all in on that. But if I would rather see Jacksonville win. There you go, right? First and 10, gonna hand it off. It's a Haskins. He's gonna get about 3 or 4 yards, and it will be second down. I like Robert Woods. So, I mean, I'm glad he's getting attention in this game because I do appreciate him as a receiver. A lot of people think that he's bad, but I like him. All right, second down and 7 from the 23. Dobbs looking, finally throws towards the end zone, and it's almost caught, but it will be incomplete. If he would have caught that, he would have been like I don't know. That would have been an insane catch. Looks like he was trying to like front flip and catch that. Yeah, I agree. He's consistent and I like that about him. He just smacked his head on the ground. I'm gonna be surprised if they don't try to take him out of the game. He went down face first. Yeah, he mashed his head. All right, third down and 7. Dobbs looking, backpedaling, being chased, and he's trying to get away from it, and he finally fires, and it's just too low in the direction of Woods, and it's going to be incomplete. Fourth down and 7. I mean, I don't care if he's in the playoffs or not. I think they had the matchup too. Someone once said Longwell hasn't missed under 40 all year in the NFC Championship. Longwell missed in the Vikings lost the championship. The boys is flying, and they're gonna send Randy Bullock on to kick a 41-yard attempt. Kick is up, and it is good. The Titans extend their lead to 6. I think Dobbs wanted a roughing the passer on that. And with how the NFL calls it, I feel like that was a fair one. Jags should have had a touchdown on that last drive 100%, but this is that spot where they need it now. It was a clean hit, and I 100% agree with you, but when defenders fall on top or drive quarterbacks into the ground, that's when they call it. And 100% of his weight fell on top of Dobbs, and that's why I'm surprised they didn't call it. I mean, it is a rule, but what does the NFL know about following rules? I'm not saying he can't take a hit. He's fine. But they just apply that rule whenever they feel like it. I've watched quarterbacks get slung and beat the crap out of with no call, and I've watched quarterbacks take a hand right here to the shoulder and not even taken to the ground and get called roughing the passer. I mean, I've seen it go both ways. Dobbs is pretty small. I mean, you're right. But in a protect the quarterback league, I'm a little bit surprised. And I think he was a little bit surprised as well. I think he does need to be a little bit bulkier. How many years he's been in the league? 4? I think they said something. If Dobbs gets hurt, who comes in? I'm assuming Malik Willis. I think he's suited up. 5 or 6. I mean, I'm aware of that, but I've seen it called differently when they've been flushed out like that before. All right, kickoff's up, and he's gonna return it. He's floating around the 10, go down around the 15-yard line. Nowhere to go on that one. I was thinking in my brain, I was thinking 17, but I was like, maybe that's not right. More like I actually act. It's crazy because if Jacksonville wins, the Titans have no way in. But if the Titans win and clinch the division, Jacksonville miraculously can still get in. I feel like Brady scrambles a lot more, at least in Tampa, than he ever used to. All right, 1st and 10. They're going to hand it off to ETN. Try to dig himself out of the hole. And he's got no room to run. It's going to be 2nd down. ETN has 6 rushes for 15 yards. He has not had a good day on the ground. All right, 2nd down and 10. Lawrence looking, fires, gets it to Kirk down by the 45. He'll go out of bounds near the 50 for a huge 1st down. He's getting up there. He always have to use real happy feet. Back in the day, always the ghost complaint when he was a Patriot. Yeah, Christian Kirk's having a great game so far. All right, 1st and 10 from the 47. Play action. Lawrence pump fakes, fires, and then just throws it away. What's the sci-fi series about cloning where Brady has a cameo and it turns out that this Brady is the 6th version? You say sci-fi series, but wasn't that like a rumor or something? Like a weird I feel like I've heard weird conspiracy theories and rumors about him. Like I know that none of them are true, but like I feel like I heard something really outlandish like that once. All right, 2nd down and 10 from the 47. 4:29 to go. Lawrence looking in trouble, being chased. Finally fires on the run and gets it to Marvin Jones for a 1st down. It's with the guy from Knocked Up. I don't know if I've seen that. Oh, that's not a catch. That was on the ground. I was gonna say IMDb it. All right, 4 minutes, 20 seconds to go. 3rd down and 10. Lawrence looking, wants to take a shot, but he's in trouble. He escapes the sack and finally fires and just throws it away again. Living with yourself. I don't know if I've ever heard of that one. He was trying to get ETN to run straight down the seam, but he just kept standing there waiting for him to check it down to him. And then he ran out of time. All right, 4th and 10. Jags set to punt. Kick is up. And he calls a fair catch at the 10. The Jags have basically no running game in this game. I think that image showed that ETN had like 20 yards in this game. Let me go to Jags versus Titans. More about this game. Jaguars, okay. Rushing, they have a total of 15, 16, 17, 18 yards on 12 attempts. Yeah, another turnover would be huge. Yeah, they've got, like I said, 18 rushing yards to the Titans that have nearly 100. Yeah, I believe that's correct. I mean, I'm going to pull it up on CBS just to make sure that that was an updated number. Let's go. Yep, 18 total yards, 15 from ETN, 2 from Hasty, and 1 from Trevor Lawrence. Yep, more draining the clock here. And then Tennessee has 98 rushing yards. The time of possession is only 4 minutes different. And the total yards aren't all that different either. Tennessee with 230 and Jacksonville with 216. No, it's not. But if you can't get anything connecting anything in the air either, less chances to be able to run the football. Why are you talking about the clock? Because the Titans have the ability to have a 10-minute drive of just grinding the clock. And then if they come away with points, that makes it, a two-score game. Because they're on their own 9. If they can get a couple first downs, they're able to pretty much grind this clock out. And they're going to put it on the ground with Henry, but Henry's tripped. And he makes it to the line of scrimmage. Yeah, they can easily, with like at least one more first down, take away that. I mean, I'm not really rooting either way, but whatever happens, happens. But I'm just saying it's very possible that Tennessee takes all the clock away. All right, 2nd down and 10. Then they fake the handoff to Henry, check it down the other way to the tight end. He's got room to run. Still in bounds, goes down after a first down, and the clock will run under 3 minutes. Yeah, the only thing I have in this game is, I just want Evan Ingram to get a couple more catches. Christian Kirk's getting the love right here. That's a good start. I mean, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's very possible. If you only go 10 yards every 3 plays, but you're running the football and keeping the clock rolling, that's a minute or 2 off the clock every 10 yards. All right, 1st and 10, just inside the 20. They hands it off to Henry, and everybody on that defense is jumping to try to pull him down. And he's going to get close to 5 yards. I think he knew what he was doing too. Like, to be fair, if you look at these two rosters, Jacksonville has way more weapons. So whoever wins this will be the 4 seed, which means their only 2 options are to play the Chargers and the Ravens. Yeah, he got 4 yards on it. Second down and 6. They're going to go right back to the ground to him. He's got a lane to run. He's still on his feet, still going across the 50, all the way to the 40, but he fumbles it and it goes out of bounds. And there's a flag all the way back at the 25. And that's going to be a hold on the Titans that's going to eliminate that run. Yeah, but they've got the Chargers who, the NFC West struggles against the AFC South. And then you've got the Ravens who are a struggling football team right now. Unless Baltimore wins this week and the Chargers lose tomorrow, like both that happens, they're 99% chance gonna play against the Chargers. But I don't see the Chargers losing and Baltimore winning. Dude, yeah, right. That the hold that brought that so far back. It's 2nd and 16 now. All the way at their own 14. And quick draw play. And that is, I believe they said Ward with the carry. I don't even know who this one is now. I haven't seen this guy. And he's going to have no gain here, and it's going to be 3rd and 17. They ruin it anyways. I'm trying to remember a time I've ever seen Henry brought down by just one tackler. Got one toss and a punt. Jax has a chance. Yeah, the clock's under 1 minute left. It's going to be 3rd down and 17. I see a check down here. Dobbs looking. He's going to take a shot down the field, and it's going to be picked off, and he's bringing it back. He stayed in bounds all the way to the 30, out at the 25. There's the turnover we were talking about. I don't know why they didn't throw a check down. That's all they needed to do, and then punt. But this was pretty much the same as a punt with a good return. Yeah, that is huge. Let's see. Is his hand hit? His hand was hit, but not until after he let go of the football. I mean, he took a fair shot. He just underthrew it. It wasn't like he threw it into double, triple coverage. It was a one-on-one matchup. He just didn't throw it far enough. Time to choke. It may have affected the throw. All right, 1st and 10. Lawrence, quick pass to the middle. And that's Zay Jones. He's going to get 3 or 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. He didn't need to do that. No, all he needed to do was take a check down, keep it inbounds, keep the clock running, and try to get some yards. If you get a 1st down, that's great. If not, you kind of felt like you were going to punt the ball back either way. All right, 2nd down and 5 from the 20. And they hand the ball off to ETN. He spins, and he's able to get about 2 yards on the carry. It'll be 3rd down and about 3. And that's going to be the end of the 3rd quarter. 15 minutes of football left to play. And right now, realistically, it is still anybody's ball game. There he is now playing it right. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that was pretty much the only mistake that Tennessee's really made today. And then Jacksonville had the one turnover from doing whatever it is they were doing. And I thought I would have the close game. I mean, this is still a close game. But we all anticipated a lot more points out of Jacksonville as well. Most of us, anyway. Now maybe they won't have such a tight coverage on the wide receivers if they think they might run the ball. That's true. I mean, yeah, I agree. I think they were both huge mistakes. The one mistake, the one turnover for each team were both really big. I think in this moment right now, it could have been much bigger for Tennessee, like the Jacksonville one was early in the first quarter. But if Jacksonville had even gotten 3 points on that drive where they turned it over, that would take away 7 of the Titans, and the Jags would be at least 13 to the 9 points tie for chaos. How would that affect who would get in at that point? Jacksonville because they were already ahead. If this game ends in a tie, I don't know how I'll react. Yeah, I think the Jags would because they already had hold on the division. All right, so it's going to be a 3rd down and 3 to start this 4th quarter. I say feed your tight end, Evan Ingram. He'll catch it, I promise. Unless they decide to try to run the ball now. All right, Lawrence looking, backpedaling, in trouble, takes a shot, gets it to Kirk, but the coverage was there just in time. And it's going to be incomplete. And it's going to be 4th down, and they're going to kick the field goal here. I told him to throw it to the tight end. He threw it to Christian Kirk. They don't listen to me. Jags trying to cut it back to a 3-point game. 36-yard field goal attempt. Kick is up. And it is good. 14:50 remains in this game. And the Titans lead by 3. I mean, or Kirk with the slant. Yeah, I mean, well, I don't know. But Jags would have a better record in the division. Doesn't matter who took first game, right? Yeah, I think so. In divisional, it goes based off the number of wins in the division. And obviously your win-loss record total. I didn't care for that call either. You don't need to take a shot at the end zone when you only need 3 yards from like the 20-yard line. If you stay on the field a little bit longer, you know, you give your defense a few more minutes to rest, you still have a chance at 7 if you just go for the first down. If it wasn't for that pressure, yeah, he just got in there at the very last second when he's supposed to. So I mean, good on that rookie defender to make that play, but at the same time, I just feel like he was under pressure. We'll give him that. I didn't like to go for the home run right there. They are just trading field goals. Like, I think a touchdown for a lead could be pretty huge right now. It's just truly a Thursday night vibe. Thursday night football vibe. If you ever throw the ball again, I'll break your hands. Maybe. They should have taken the whatever and punt and hope for the best better than that interception. That being said, had he got more under it, it wasn't a bad call. Yeah, if it would have worked out, it was a good call. But I don't know. They got lucky and, held him to 3. Kickoff's up, and he's going to return it. He'll stumble his way to the 25. And they're acting like the ball came out or there's a fight. Just kidding. I was very, very off on that. It's getting a little chippy in this game. They had one on down on the left side, now getting chippy. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Tennessee at the 26. And I can see them running as much clock as possible. They're going to hand it off to Henry. Henry's going to get at least 5 right there. It'll be 2nd down. Clock will run to about 14 minutes. I can't spell tonight. That's okay. We get it. All right, 2nd down and 5. They got Henry lined up in the backfield. They're going to hand the ball to him. He's going to try to get to the outside, but he's going to go down for a loss of a couple. And that was the rookie Walker with the tackle. He can wear them down. I mean, that's what he is definitely good at. All right, so it's going to be 3rd down and 7 now after a loss of 2. 13 and a half to go. Low snap, Dobbs looking, pressure's coming, steps up, and he's still going to go down for the sack. And Jacksonville's fired up now. This changes a lot. I think so too. I think they have to mix it up because then they know what you're going to do. If you mix it up, it changes the outlook on how they try to defend you. Yep, absolutely. It does. It makes it bad. And now the Titans are set to punt. We got 12:40 left in this game. Kick is up. And he's going to return it from the 22. Cut across the 30. Still on his feet. Still going to the 40. And he'll go down right before the 45. Now he's scared. It looked like he went down uncomfortably just because he was trying to protect the football on that sack. Can't rely on the punt forever. I mean, that's true. At some point, you've got to understand that this team is coming back on you. Whether you think that or not, they are coming back. No, yeah, I know. I realized what you meant. Jacksonville needs to get something going on offense, and Titans need to open up their playbook. Both of these teams' defense is doing fairly well. I mean, that's understandable too. Man, speaking of the return game, ever since the Packers got rid of Amari Rodgers and put Nixon in, that dude is an absolute stud in the return game. Like, I don't know if there's anybody returning kicks better at it right now than he is. Because every time I watch him, I'm like, this is going to go for at least 40-yard return. Like, it's incredible every time. But yeah, absolutely. They have to make something of those good returns. Yeah, dude, Nixon, he is a beast. Honestly, he was one of the big turning points in Green Bay's season. He's helped a ton. I hate when you don't have a return guy. That's what I'm saying. That Amari Rogers returning kicks for Green Bay was exactly how I feel about Sky Moore returning kicks for Kansas City. He's never done it in his career. So as soon as he gets to the big leagues is where you put him, and then he fumbles it, and then you're like, all right, we got to give him another chance, and then he fumbles it again, and then he fumbles it again, and it's just like, listen, he's a great receiver. Give him a shot at being a receiver, not a kick returner. He's never been a kick returner. And I understand that somehow that they like to work rookies into the league that way, but I just hate it. All right, 1st and 10 from the 44 or 43. Lawrence just throws it to the ground. And that's 2nd down and 10. Devin Hester. Did he get into the Hall of Fame? I know he was one of the finalists. I don't know when they actually like announce who gets in and who doesn't, but I know his name was one of them. Appreciate you, Sam. 2nd and 10. They're gonna hand the ball off to Hasty. Hasty's gonna get maybe 2 or 3 yards and then pushed out of bounds. It will be 3rd down. 12:18 to go. Clock's gonna continue to run under 12 minutes. I know your second baseman shagging line drives, then been thrown to the outfield, and coaches like pick it out of the lights and take account for the win. F you, dude. Dude, the Reds do that kind of stuff, man. They'll just move people around all over the place. 3rd down and 7. Lawrence has a lot of time. The ball is batted straight up in the air, and it's going to be incomplete. And it'll be 4th down and 7. I've seen that a lot. If he would have realized the ball was coming right at him, he might have had the ability to pop it to himself there. Excellent. I mean, the Reds like to put like second baseman or third baseman or shortstops out in like center field. And this is going to be a great punt for Jacksonville. It's going to go out around the 6-yard line. Yeah, that's true. I mean, yeah, I don't want to get into baseball all that much, but they're just a mess. Well, Jacksonville's punter just gave their defense a great opportunity to get an actual stop. Dude, I love Jonathan India so much. I mean, he was really good last year as well. Um, but I love that dude. But if they ever put him out in center field, I would be so mad. I just think kick returns are a specialty. I know it's a test ground for fast wide receivers when you don't know if they're going to make the squad, but at least they can focus for a season on it. Right. Oh, yeah. The Titans' defense has played very admirable. Pass rush has been pretty good because Jacksonville's offensive lines played really well, but they're still playing well over top of that. And honestly, has probably worn down that the Jags defenses, they've played fairly well too. Oh yeah, he'll eventually get traded, and it'll be a dark day for the Reds. But I hope they don't. He's like one of the few shining lights left. Needs to trade the young pitcher. I think they just need to sell the team. I mean, yeah, it's not exciting like 30 points for each team, but this is a very grindy game, and I appreciate it for that. Like fourth easiest base to play. That's where all the action's at. All right, so it's going to be 1st and 10 for Tennessee on the 6-yard line. They got Henry lined up in the backfield, and they're going to hand the ball off, and he's going to get stopped early for a loss of about 2 yards. I also enjoy good defense, Daniel. The Reds are just Reds. I don't have anything good to say about them. All right, so it's going to be 2nd down and 12, 11 minutes to go. Now the Titans are back on their own 4. Dobbs looking to throw. He's finally throws it away from the back of his own end zone. It's going to be 3rd down and 12. I thought he was going to step out of the back of the end zone. I mean, yeah, there's that. A nervous quarterback in his own end zone is not a good look. You could tell, man, he was kind of freaking out. He's not, experienced enough in situations like this to stay calm. He was very skittish in his own end zone right there. All right, 3rd down and 12 from the 4. This is the play right here. Dobbs looking, fires, gets it to Woods. He's going to be shy of the 1st down, but it gives him room to punt. And that's all you can ask for in that situation. Just popping in, check the score, say hello. Is your dad still in here? What's up, Colin? Long time no see. I don't know if he's in the chat right now. He might be listening. He is taking my brothers to work. But it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Good 3rd down, though. Got his head together, but not enough. It was close. So, I mean, he's just a fill-in right now for this team because they're out of their starting quarterback. So, I think he's, other than the interception he threw, has been admirable. 4th and 1. They're going to let the punt bounce this time. And they're going to start with decent field position at their own 34. Well, I appreciate that, Craig, but I don't know. I do like Hunter Green. We'll see how long he's there. There's guys that are fun to watch, but then they don't get to stay, so I'm trying not to get attached to any players. Except for Jonathan India. I already love him. He's been there for 2 years, so that's fair for me. Should I take Jalen Hurts on Sunday? What are your options? I mean, Hurts is obviously a good option, but who are your options? I'm definitely not a fantasy expert though. Let's see, lifetime pass for Skyline Chili for Hunter Creed. I mean, I want a lifetime pass for Skyline. I saw him earlier but couldn't type. I have his new number, just super busy nowadays. Good to see you still doing this. I appreciate that, and I'm glad to hear you're doing great. And you're always, I know you're busy, but you're always welcome to come hang out with the Blood fam. But I appreciate you stopping by. It's good to see your name pop up. What do you watch after football in the off season? Man, I'm usually just kind of sad in the off season. I used to watch baseball. Last year, I watched games 1, 2, and 3, and I didn't watch another game. I'm probably gonna watch the NBA this off season, and obviously the March Madness tournament in college basketball. But over the summer, I don't know. I might do other things instead of watch TV. I really don't know. Well, it depends on how everything plays out, I guess. But I don't watch a lot of TV outside of sports anyway, so. All right, 9:45 to go in the fourth. The Jags have a chance here on offense from their own 34-yard line. Play action. Lawrence is in trouble and he's going to get hit immediately down at the 25 for a sack. That's not good. Even hockey ends in April. Yeah, well, the NBA goes through at least June, right? So that's something, like the playoffs in the NBA. It's like they want us to go outside or something. Nah, I would rather not watch baseball than even try to put energy into a new team. Like, I followed Seattle last year because a lot of our players went there. 2nd and 19. Lawrence looking. He throws it to Ingram finally, and he's going to get back to the 45. It's still going to be 3rd down. But he'll get 9 yards back on that play. I'm telling you, throw some more passes to him. He will help. He may not be perfect, but he will help. But yeah, my feelings are not hurt not watching baseball. I had a pretty good year not watching it last year. Yeah, playoffs can run into June. I thought so. All right, 3rd down and 10. This is a 3rd down they'd really like to have. Lawrence looking, pressure coming, takes a shot, and he just overthrows Marvin Jones. And it will be 4th down and 10. You can see the clear frustration on Trevor Lawrence's face. I didn't go to a single game though. I had planned. I didn't go to any Reds games this year. I know Dad went to one, and it was on a day they played a doubleheader, so he didn't even get to see the team. He got to see the bullpen and the second game and stuff. So he was like, "This is the worst baseball game I've ever watched." 4th and 10. The kick is up, and he's gonna let it bounce all the way to the 10, and that's where they'll start their next drive. But I usually go to at least one game every year, but I was boycotting last season. But I did plan if the Mariners had come here, which they did not, I was going to go to that. Just trying to figure out what the In the Blood channel turns into after a few more months. This has been fun this season. You are definitely well met. Well, I appreciate that, Craig. Yeah, last season was surrounded with, okay, football is over. I was trying to get into my house. And after I got into my house, then everything would go back to us being in here regularly because that was the whole game plan. I was supposed to move in March. I have not done so yet. And so it was a lot of silence last year. We did the March Madness. Dad was in here for that. And we did a draft stream party where we did the draft all together, and then after that, we didn't do anything until getting close to football season. So this year is going to be a lot different. We're going to try to at least weekly stream and, touch on uh, news that we hear and things like that. We might talk about other things. We don't have a set in stone game plan yet, but I only started watching the Mariners because the Reds sent a bunch of players over there. But my favorite player out of the 3 or 4 that went that way is now in Milwaukee. So I'm just not even going to put energy into it this year unless the Reds act like they're going to try to do something. But yeah, we're working on a solid game plan. We've got the March Madness stuff, of course, and then the draft. Yeah, I might do some Madden stuff, but I did a poll, and most of you guys were like, I asked if anybody wanted it, and most people said like no, that they didn't really care for it, and so that's why I did not dive straight into that. All right, 8 minutes, 6 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. Still 16-13, Titans leading. Titans are pinned at their own 10 right now. Yeah, the Reds have been about 5 years away every year. They just keep getting prospects. 1st and 10, Dobbs in his own end zone, and he's being chased. He's going to take off with it. He'll get a positive gain of about 4 yards there. But yeah, Dad cares a lot more than I do, and I wish I could care more, but I'm just gonna not bother with it, and if it piques my interest when it comes, then I will. The Reds don't have any players left to trade other than our second baseman and one pitcher. You can have Joey Votto in his contract. 2nd and 5, hand it off to Henry. Henry will get about a yard or two. And it's gonna be 3rd down. Division rivals in the last minute to decide the title, even though I don't care about the AFC. See, that's how I am about the NFC. I do like the AFC, but I enjoy matchups like this. I thought Malley was already traded. I thought I heard that. I'm going to look it up. 3rd down and 3. Dobbs checks it down to his running back. He spins and he makes the move to get the 1st down and keeps Tennessee on the field. Tyler Malley. He plays for the Twins now. He is no longer a Cincinnati Red. Yeah, that was a nice second effort right there. 1st and 10, going to hand it off to Henry. Henry got a room, and he's going to get 10 yards on the carry and another 1st down. Yeah, they already moved Malley in the offseason. Yeah. There was somebody else they have already moved too, and I don't remember who it was. Let me see. Reds off-season trades. Yeah, they moved Moustakas, and I knew about that. That was recent, though. Relatively recent, anyway. They just released him. 2nd and 1. Quick pass to Burks. Incomplete. It will be 3rd down and 1. It says Aquino on November 27th signed to play in Japan. So I guess he's gone too. I'm trying to find the Malley trade. But I don't know when that was. All right, 3rd down and 1. They're going to QB sneak. It looks like they got there, and they did. Yeah, I don't see him on their roster. I was sure that they traded him, but I don't see him. Yeah, I don't know. That team's not worth watching. No, I'm not the one that brought up baseball, okay? I've been sitting here telling you that I don't care about it anymore. Time 4:41 and counting. It's 1st and 10 from the 30 for the Titans. And they're going to hand the ball off to Henry. Henry's going to make a cut inside and get about 4 more yards. And it will be 2nd down. The clock will continue to roll. Both teams still have all 3 timeouts. We'll go under 4 minutes here. Vern has the right field seats at the stadium first row. So many photos, or have taken so many photos of people with the back of Ichiro's head on Japanese websites. At least you're famous somewhere. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone just fall forward slightly and run down the clock. Yeah, we're under 4 minutes now. And it's going to be 2nd down and 7. So they gave him 3 yards on that carry. And they're going to get the ball to him again. This time, he's only going to get maybe 2. 1, maybe 2 yards. It will be 3rd down. All right, I'll time myself out. Why is it legal to push your guy forward but not pull him forward? I don't know. That's a good question. Go for it, babe me to the void. I mean, I don't care. It's going to be 3rd down and 5, or 3rd down and 6, sorry, from the 35. 3 minutes to go. Dobbs looks to throw. Pressure's coming. He didn't feel it. And I don't know if they're going to rule it a fumble or an incomplete pass, but he picks it up and takes it to the house for a defensive score. And it says Jaguars touchdown. I thought that was an incomplete pass, but they rolled with it. And as of right now, the Jaguars have the lead. Vrabel might challenge that. He never saw him. Oh, that might be a fumble. It looks like he pushed his arm forward while tackling him. They're saying it's a touchdown unless there's a challenge. As of right now, the 6 point stays and Jacksonville has the lead. Wait, why would they go for 2? An extra point is up and it is good. The Jags lead 20-16 for the first time in this game with 2:51 remaining on the clock. After seeing the slow-mo, I agree with it. If his arm's going forward, it's because the guy that tackled him pushed it forward, not because he pushed it forward, I think. Why did you time him out? Why did you time him out? He didn't do anything. Good on the refs to let it play out. Yeah, because that might not have been 6 if they called it, blew it dead. They challenged it. It was a fumble. So that could have resulted way worse for Jacksonville. Why not? It's better than 1. All right, kickoff is up. And it will be a touchback. I'd only get hired by the Chargers. No, mostly said tuck rule. I don't think he talked about baseball at all. All right, 2:51 to go. Do the Titans have it in them to move the ball down the field? Or do you think this is going to result in some situation of them trying to force it, ending in a turnover? Dobbs is going to fake the handoff and keep. He's going to get 10 yards on the carry. And another first down. He'll get out of bounds, so it'll be 2:43. Turn up the sound on the game. I bet Joe Buck will bring up baseball. He's going to say that 1st and 10, hand it off to Henry. Henry's going to get close to 10 yards on that carry as well. Joe Buck will somehow tell us how Tony Romo is a baseball Hall of Famer. People don't like baseball. What's next? People hating apple pie and freedom. Shake my head. I mean, I do like apple pie. 2nd down and 1. Clock is ticking. We're getting close to the 2 minutes. Looks like someone jumped there. Quick pass to the middle. Caught at the 50 for a first down. And that will be the 2-minute warning. And we are officially at the 2-minute warning. Titans are kind of rolling right now. I don't like baseball because the Reds chose to make me hate baseball. They have pulled the fun out of the sport for their fans. You're right. It is America's pastime. Titans last stand coming up. You're right. No way, dude. I'd rather never watch another baseball game in my life than try to become a loyal fan. To be fair, Craig, almost my whole life, I feel like, as much as I paid attention to baseball, we've been in the basement. So I don't think that's any different. Like, I don't think it's any different. We had one decent year, like last year, then they let everyone go. But I just watched baseball as a kid with my dad. I didn't really understand it for a long time. So if they had a really good year, I can't even remember other than like last season. From KC, St. Louis loves baseball way too much, even when they suck. Or charge, depending on how you look at it. You're right. You're right. It could be a charge or a last stand. I think this is Jacksonville's last stand to make a stand on defense. Their defense got them the lead. All right, first and 10 at the 50. They need a touchdown to stay in this game. They fake the handoff to Henry. Dobbs gets to the outside and is able to get about 3 yards and steps out of bounds. Yep, a Jacksonville defensive timeout. Or defensive touchdown, sorry. You can always watch Big Red Machine videos on YouTube for good Reds baseball. Nah. 2nd and 7, Dobbs looking, fumbles the ball, and I don't know where it went. And Jacksonville says they have it. That one's definitely a fumble. That one's not even for debate, but he catches it. I didn't never see where the ball went after it fell back into his hands. Okay, so it's still with Tennessee, but it's going to be 3rd down and 12. Yeah, I didn't see it come. They were acting like they had the ball, but it was in his hands. Tennessee has to use their first time out there. It needs to rephase into the field of play. Yeah, he caught his fumble. Does that go for -2 receiving yards? This crowd is loud. All I could see was jerseys. Yeah, all I could see was jerseys and people saying, the Jacksonville saying that they had it, but I don't think they ever had it. All right, 3rd down and 12 from the 48-yard line. I can feel like it's going to go through Austin Hooper right here. And look like someone jumped. There is a flag. That's going to be a full start on the offense. They're going to move back 5 more yards. Okay, they called it. I was going to say he leaned, but I didn't see him jump. I feel like the whole defensive line jumped because someone leaned. But I don't know if I don't know. It's close. 3rd and 17, Dobbs looking, being flushed right, finally checks it down. And they're only going to get 4 or 5 yards to Haskins, and it will be 4th down. You should add a clock to your bottom scroller. Yeah, well, I wouldn't be able to continuously keep it up because I have multiple, so that I change it back and forth from so I would never be able to keep up with that. I'll have to manually type everything in. I would like to, but once I get my own computer, I'll set it up better. All right, we got 1 minute, 37 seconds left. Titans use their second timeout to stop the clock there. It's going to be 4th down and 13. Oh, yeah, I think so too, Sean, 100%. All right, this is the game right here. 4th down and 13. Dobbs looking. He's got time, and he's going to check it down, and he's going to go down short. And that's going to be a turnover on downs. The Jaguars will take over with 1 minute and 30 left. Yeah, it's over. Jax has to be all standing at this point. Titans do have one timeout. Yeah, GG's to the Titans for putting up a fight, and also to the Jags for not giving up. They didn't get their first lead until that defensive touchdown in this game. Uh-oh. I can't even get the win on the score bet at the start. Wait, what? This is going to be our final score. Each team made one real mistake. Well, I think, yeah. No, I think Tennessee made two. Turn out the lights, the party's over. The under won big. Oh yeah, I'm sure. I think even when the Titans win their division, they're still relatively mediocre in my opinion. Now it's up to Tampa to not be a losing team in the playoffs. Jags finish 9-8. We'll see. We'll see. Sean, I don't know. If they rest their starters like they say, maybe. I will be here for the Packers-Lions game. Why did the Jags call time? Because they get 3. Why not? They want to let this soak in a minute. The moment they clinch their division, they're going to stop the clock and take another knee. They want to soak it in. I get it. I get it. There he is. There's Puppet. He says boom. Yeah, his defense played well. Their special teams played well. And I'm not going to say that their offense played super well, but they did enough. You got to use them, man. I like the Packers, but hate A-Rod. So hard to root for anyone tomorrow. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about anything tomorrow. They look like a 4 seed. You mean a 5 seed, probably. Like, I feel like the 4 seeds, like, people usually are supposed to confidently, like, look like a top dog, man, and then you get to the 5, 6, and 7, the teams that don't win enough to win their division. I mean, I like Doug Peterson over Staley anyway, but oh, they won the division. Yeah, if that's what you mean, then yes. Every time he goes on, just a jackass. Oh, they have like a book club together. I kind of look like it. I kind of like it, but I love pretty much anything that Pat McAfee does. The kitty goes roar. You're right. You're right. Kitties go meow. Jags win. Shout out to Tim. Thank you. I appreciate you. Jags do not look like a 1 seed, but their defense looks like a 1 seed. Their defense, I have a lot more confidence in their defense over a lot of the defenses we've seen in the AFC. The way they have been playing, especially the last 6 weeks or whatever. This is a great win. When's the last time the Jags were in the playoffs? 4th division title in playoff franchise history, and that was 2017. Wasn't that Minshew? And before that, I think it said 97. or 99. Yeah, this is a huge moment for a young QB. This is such a crazy turnaround. I've told you guys like last week that this team feels like last year's Bengals. You know, they were like 1-2 games, turn around, come win their division. It wasn't Minshew. McAfee is a bro. Colin is getting ready to call here in a few. He was in the chat. He was in the chat looking for you a few minutes ago. Hey, look, the other Josh Allen. I love that Josh Allen. I mean, I like both Josh Allens, but I love the Jacksonville Josh Allen. Just because. Yeah, this was a good game. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy for the Jags. I'm not really all that sad for the Titans. Jeff, I was gonna match Puppet for a drink for the fan, but we'll match the highest gift. Good day, all. I appreciate you, Jeff. Thank you very much. Jeff, Tim, Puppet, you guys are all greatly appreciated, as always. I'm very thankful to have a nice community like you guys, and I'm very thankful I get to spend my time in here with you. It's our last Saturday regular season game together, and tomorrow we get our last Sunday regular season games together. Dad will be doing the Eagles and Giants game. I will be doing the Pack and the Lions, which I'm very excited about. I do have to work early in the morning, but I probably will be live on Twitch for anyone that does want to hang out. Also, Craig. Shout out to Craig. Usually I feel like you go to bed by now, and so you stuck through it with us, and I just realized that you're still here. And shout out to you for being able to hang for the night. Yeah, mostly for sure. I will see you tomorrow. Hey, Craig, yeah, for sure. And time well spent talking ball. I agree. I agree. Listen, Sports Cat, you asked me too many questions that I don't have answers for. I don't know. In like 20 minutes or an hour or so, I'm gonna try whenever I get to be. But I will post it in the Discord when I do go. Will we get a last regular season Shebley cameo tomorrow? We'll see if she feels like it. If she feels like it, we will. I was gonna say he is further east than I am, so I would say probably midnight, 1 at the latest. I appreciate it, Craig. It was fun. I had a lot of good conversations with all of you guys. We officially have only one playoff spot remaining in both the AFC and the NFC. Oh, it's only 11. Yep, that's what time it is here. For whatever reason, I figured you'd been at least like an hour ahead of me. Hey, okay. I got you. Well, we don't come in here super often on Saturdays, but we probably will in the off season just to hang out with people as much as we can. Like I said, we don't have a game plan quite yet, but we are working on it. We got a lot going on with the playoffs coming up and stuff. So once we get at least through the first few weeks of playoffs, we'll be a lot closer to mapping out what our off season will look like. Fork knifing, you got it. We will be there. Hopefully soon. Hopefully soon. And it's going to the Pats. Wait, what's going to the Pats? Let me turn that off. Now that the game is over, I can just hear them talking. Nothing. Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't really know. But yeah, I think Peterson's a great coach. I think when it came down to they needed to get rid of Wentz or Peterson, I think it should have been Wentz, but they just went ahead and oh, the playoff spot. Yeah, it's up in the air. I don't know. I don't know yet. We'll see how everything goes. If the Pats can beat the Bills, then I guess they do deserve to be in. And if Miami with their backup rookie quarterback can beat the Jets, then they make a good case. And the Steelers had a crazy turnaround. Um, any of those three, the Jags will host the Chargers or Ravens. Yes, sir. And that means the Bengals will host either the Ravens or Chargers, also depending on the outcome of those two games. What's up, Leo? Uh, Likely Chargers. That's what I'm saying. Like I think everything is probably going to go the way we expect it to go, and so it will be Chargers 5, Ravens 6, and Pats Jets or not Jets, Pats Dolphins or Steelers at 7. We'll see what happens. You know, we're gonna keep pushing through. We'll definitely be in here for the most of tomorrow. We won't be here for the early games. I don't get off work until I think 5 or 6. I'll have to check. So I'm gonna miss a lot of the second game. I'll be able to see a lot of the first game, 1 o'clock games at work or whatever is showing. But like I said, we'll be in here tomorrow all day Sunday. And since we don't have Monday Night Football, I will see if Dad wants to do some kind of recap stream. We can talk about the seeding. You know, we'll have the playoffs officially locked in, or one day this week. Fins just need to beat a Flacco-led Jets to get in. I mean, I think they can, but we also seen the Jets beat the Dolphins earlier this year with Zach Wilson. Pats win plus a Jets win. Yeah, so everybody kind of needs each other's help in this situation. From other teams to get in. Flacco will be victorious in life. But if all the teams that have a chance to get in lose, I think that gives it to the Pats. But I'm going to go ahead and close this down so I can get ready to eat something. And then I will be heading over to Twitch. The link to my Twitch account is in the description if you guys want to hang out with us over there. It'll probably be just a little bit, and then I'll be over. Heck of a game. Planning on watching it here, but instead spent the last few hours getting up my new computer area all set up. I got my vibe section now. Heck yeah, Leo. But I appreciate you guys hanging out all night with me. Dolphins will lose in the sauce of all. Tomorrow, calling it. You might be correct. I'm open-minded about those games. But I'm going to hop off here. I appreciate you all. I'll see you in Discord or Twitch, or I'll see you back here on YouTube tomorrow. You guys are great, and I'm very thankful. And so if I don't see you somewhere else today, I will for sure see you tomorrow. Have a good night. Much love. And stay safe. Take care of yourself. We appreciate you. Peace.